Right, what we're going to look at today is a trade execution, how to take on the trade, how to plan the trade, most importantly. So we're going to get the ladders up, we're going to see a trade that has been taken on by one of our traders and how exactly they went about doing it. Right, the key element of this is focusing on the idea of the trade. Too often traders focus on a setup. Let's get to it. This is the idea of the trade. So what I've got marked out on the chart on the left is a buy zone. Now, the idea of this zone is the low of the current week. It's a support area based on where the breakout going into the end of the prior week was as well. Now, what also makes this zone significant, and this is the idea of building out the idea. What makes this zone significant is, yes, it's a support. That's nice and straightforward, but it's not just any support. It's a balanced week. So you already going into the end of the week are expecting a market not to really break out when we've already shown very distinct balance so far on this week. Not only that, it's above the ATR, so the ATR being the average true range. It's beyond the ATR just to reach that point. So you can't usually expect a market to extend beyond its ATR. So on that basis, if it gets there, it's already done a lot on the day. You're starting off at around about 71.50 to get down to 70.75. You're really asking quite a lot. You're over 1% down if you get there. So on that basis, it's a good area to buy in the sense that it looks rather stretched if we get there. So what you've then got to do is define what the area is, which is what's essentially defining the idea. Now, from a profile on the right, the boxed off area is the area essentially between two value areas. So that runs from about 70.98 down to 70.77. You refine this down with a chart and that becomes 85 to 76. So now we've got our area that we want to buy. This is the idea. If you get down there, we're going to bounce back up towards the middle of the current range. That's the idea. When people talk about a setup, what they end up trapped with is waiting for something very specific. Now, I don't really care how it bounces here, as long as what it does when it gets there gives me enough information to take a trade. So if we go and look at this on a short time frame chart, this is the move into that zone. Crucially, it doesn't go all the way through. So if you're waiting to buy 75, you don't get the opportunity, or 76.25 as it actually is. You don't get that chance. So how do you go about doing the trade? Well, there's a couple of versions. One setup is just the straightforward buy the level trade. Nice and simple. Nothing special about it. Just buy the level. If you're doing that though, you're buying at 85, your risk, as in your stop, has got to be somewhere below 75. So you're taking a pretty hefty risk. An alternative way to do it is you wait for the bounce back above 85, so you get in on that first big green candle off the low. That's a different approach. Secondly, you can look for this kind of V reversal flag formation and the breakout of that to play the market back up. So there's a number of different variations on how you play this trade. And this is my point. You're not looking for a setup. I know what I want to do. I want to buy it here. The question is, what's going to happen that says buy it? And the other thing is from the ladder. The ladder gives you an extra layer because there's nothing from a candlestick chart here that tells you you should be buying it in the low 80s. If anything, you should be waiting when it gets into the low 80s to see if it goes to 75. The ladder tells a very different story. This is why a ladder is so valuable. It gives you that extra level of detail. It gives you that extra little hint that says, yes, not only is this a good idea, the ladder's also suggesting to you in real time that this actually is a good idea. This is really where you can leverage a trade up. Let's go and have a look at what I'm talking about. So here we go. We're moving down towards that zone. So we got the ladder on the right. I've got a footprint on the left, and we got a 1 minute chart in the middle. So this is a trade that one of our traders took on. I've replicated this using the ATAS replay function. So what we're looking for is the movement on the ladder down towards that 85 area. This is the bit that we're going to be focusing on. So when I'm watching a ladder at this point, I'm not overly focusing on every tick up, down, up, down, up, down here. What I am interested in is generally the rotations that we're seeing, where the recent sort of peaks are. So as you can see there from your footprint, we've just been up to around about 95. Now we've just seen the quick drop down to 86. You're seeing a bit of stall down here. We've also got a large order at the lower 85. All of that says, yeah, go on, then you can have a go at buying this here. So you can get in at 85, 86 area. What you've also got to do when you're taking a trade like this, remember, this is an idea trade. This is a trade, you're trying to play this back up. As a minimum, I'd be looking back to where this most recent drop came from. So I'm looking back at sort of 12 to 15 area. We drop through that large order, quick whip down, and then we start to stall again at around about 80. So this is now an opportunity to have another go at a buy. You see there that the average price has now dropped to 84. So we were in at 85 and a quarter, 85 and 3/4. Quick whip down, buy again. We're now added on just below there, which has pulled the average price down. That's all good. We now start to see the market rallying from here. So you can't predict that we're going to get this very sudden movement, but when you do, it's well worth making the most of that and you bank a little bit. So we got out around 95. Remember, 95 was where that initial pullback was before the drop that we saw at the very beginning. So we've managed to take a bit of an opportunistic scalp out of it, but we're still on position here. So you're still on position. The idea is still good. This is where people make another massive mistake and they move their stop to a scratch. Now, if you move your stop to a scratch and we pull back to the exact area that you would have wanted to buy originally, you're now in trouble. You're going to get stopped out right where ideally you'd want to buy it. So this is where when you've taken a trade like this, you have to look at it and go, well, I know what my risk is now. I know what my target is. My risk is 75. My target is minimum of 12 and potentially onwards from there as well. Not only that, you've also banked something at 95 already. So taken 10 ticks out of this or 10 big ticks out of this with one contract. Now we're going to sit through this and let this one play out. So you don't want to be moving your stop at this point. The idea is solid. The trade looks good. And this is the way that he did it. This is where he did very well in the ability to sit back and go, no, don't get out of this here. Don't sort of panic because the market is washing around. The idea is solid. Your entry point is good. If you get out around here because, and this is a classic one I also hear, because the market's, it doesn't look great. Yeah, I don't like the way it's trading, I often hear people say. Well, that's not a reason to be out. It's just not going in a straight line for you. And that's fine. It doesn't need to go in a straight line. It just doesn't need to tell you you're wrong. And at this point, you're all good here. So this is now a point where you can wait it out. And we are just now waiting for the move up towards that sort of 12 area. This is where patience really comes in. This is where you do have to sit through it and sort of hold back the temptation to nick a few ticks out of it. You've got to remember why you're in the trade. One of the most important things to say to people is, why are you in the trade? What is the purpose of this trade? Once you've got that down, you don't get spooked out. Now, we do actually benefit from a little bit of luck, which is another point. News doesn't always have to be against you. Bit of luck whips it straight the way up to target and you're out of the trade. Don't get frustrated and think, oh no, I should have held, I should have been in for more. If the plan was to get out at 12, 13 area, you're out, you got exactly what you wanted. It's a good trade. So there you go. That's the trade for you. The real key lessons to take from this is it's not about looking for a setup. It's about having an idea and then finding any setup that allows you to play the idea. And once you've got that idea in play, stick with it. Too often people sort of jump setup, and you get these conflicting bits of information. Stick to your idea.